So, welcome to day 11 of this releasing the limiting beliefs. And so, we've been working through identifying it, working at how it's worked for us, looked at gratitude for it, looked at forgiveness of everything that it's brought up for us. And today we start looking at letting this go. And sometimes there could be a little bit of resistance in letting things go because it's what we're used to, right? It becomes a little bit of the unknown for us as well. The amazing thing about being in this 21 days is things will start to surface that will bring an awareness to what it is that we're moving through. So let's meditate, let's clear, let's release what's holding us back from stepping into our highest potential. So let's close our eyes. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. Breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. Let's release the tension, the stress of the day. Either the day we've had or the day we're about to have. Dissolving any anxiety, any stress that we're holding in our bodies. Clearing any blocks we're holding in our mind. And clearing any emotions that are blocked. And let's breathe in the violet flame to support the clearing, the transmuting, the transcending of all that we hold in our body, in our etheric or astral selves, in our mental and emotional selves. Breathing in the violet flame into the body and into the auric field, and supporting the transmutation with our breath as we exhale. Breathing in the violet flame into our chakra system, allowing it to clear all blocks and all layers, all levels, and all dimensions. Your whole system becomes one. Let's open the chakras on the soles of our feet and allow the exchange of energy between us and Mother Earth. Connecting into the root systems of the trees. Connecting in wide and deep. Let's bring in the energy of Mother Earth up through our bodies. Bringing in grounding. And let's open up the energy center on the top of our head, our crown. And connect into all things beyond time and space. Feeling completely grounded and connected to the root systems. And completely connected to all things between heaven and earth. And before we enter into our Akashic Records, let's call in extra supports for this clearing today. Calling in the angels of the violet fire, calling in your guides and your angels of the highest light and resonance. To support this session today. And let's drop into our Akashic Records by dropping into our heart space and from a place of unconditional love and radical self-acceptance. Let's open the records. Keepers of the Akashic Records, please open and allow me access to my record. My name is, state your name, and create a safe and sacred space for my highest good and healing. The records are now open, the records are now open, the records are now open. Step over the threshold into your records. And as we arrive, we are guided, we are met with our highest potential version of who we are, our higher mind, our higher self. And they take us deep into the records. To a place that supports the clearing, the letting go, the releasing of all that we're able to release today. All that we choose to release today. And we start to see a big bonfire in the distance. And as we get closer, we realize that our higher self has prepared for this session of transmutation and transcendence. And as we move closer to the fire, We start to feel its warmth, knowing that it cannot hurt us, that it's there to help us. And as we step into a place that is comfortable for us, we start to notice that every aspect of us throughout this time different versions of us when we were little, different versions of us when we were teens, different versions of us as we moved into adulthood and throughout life have joined us around this circle. And behind us are all the versions of us that are experiencing the past lives, parallel lives. And they too step beside us to join in this circle. And as we stand side by side with all versions of us that are ready to let go, to release, we start to feel the group, the union. The urge, the fire that burns within us to release, remove, and dissolve all that's holding us back from stepping into our highest potential. And we start to draw the energy, calling the energy from our etheric, our mental and emotional bodies, and from my physicality, calling forward the energies that no longer serves us. And we're going to release these energies into the fire. Calling forward the energy of self-doubt, never feeling qualified, no matter how qualified we are. Throwing that into the fire. You might even envision that you pull forward all the self-doubt from all aspects of your being that maybe magically produce a book that you throw into the fire. Call forward all the resistance from all aspects of you, resistance to stepping into your highest potential, resistance to loving ourselves, resistance to experiencing financial freedom, resistance to the next part of our adventure, resistance to joy, to happiness, to love. Throw that all into the fire. Releasing from your physical, your etheric, your mental, and emotional as you throw these limitations into the fire. Let's do the same with the clutter, the monkey mind, the confusion. Throwing that into the fire. Clearing, bringing in from your physical, your etheric, your mental, and emotional, the fixed mindset, or limited by our past lives, or limited by this or that. Throw that into the fire. Let's do the same with comparison. Every time we've compared ourselves to others, release, remove, dissolve from all aspects of our being into the fire. Watch that little girl, that little boy Release this into the fire, clearing all uncertainty, throwing into the fire all the limitations we've placed on ourselves, all the limitations we've taken on that others have given us, throwing all the limitations, physically, mentally, emotionally, physically, into the fire. Releasing, removing, dissolving all anger that we no longer wish to carry into the fire. Releasing not being enough. All those limitations we place on ourselves. The not enoughness, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, sexually, all into the fire. It's clear, let's release into the fire all the blocks we've added, created around our creativity. Releasing all the words that have been spoken that stifle us, physically, mentally, and emotionally, into the fire. Let's clear all the traumas we've experienced due to wars, relationships, any sexual traumas that keep us stuck from creating the lives into the fire. Clearing any traumas that we still carry from our past lifetimes into the fire. Clearing any kind of limitations around enslavement, narcissism, into the fire. Clearing the fear of failure, the fear of success, extracting all of this from our bodies into the fire. Clearing all frequencies of inadequacy, the belief systems around being bad, being good, into the fire. Releasing the fears of upsetting others into the fire. Letting go, surrendering, releasing the blame, the shame. Letting go, surrendering. Let go of anything else into the fire you no longer wish to carry. Anything else that comes up that has been surfacing for the last few days, clearing the resistance to the letting go, to the surrendering. Watch the limitations burn. Watch them release. Watch them dissolve. And as you stand in the circle, reach out and hold the hand of the version of you that's standing beside you. And the circle all connects, all versions of us holding hands, coming together as one. And we bring in a union. We connect to each other through love with compassion, where each version of us has made us who we are today. And we thank each version, expressing love and gratitude for what they've experienced, and now we step into releasing, surrendering what no longer serves. And as a collective of all versions of us, choose now how you wish to move forward. How does it feel to be free of those limitations, of the shackles that have bound us? No more. And I invite you to envision a version of yourself that you'd prefer to be. A version that does not carry what we've just released. A version of us that is in our highest potential. And let us all step into that version of ourselves. Releasing the old paradigms, the old limitations, and becoming one with this version. Allowing ourselves to step into our highest potential right now. All of us. Integrate all aspects of you that showed up to the fire today to release into your body. And step into the highest potential version of yourself that has presented itself. You and they are one. This is the highest potential version of you today. And as you navigate through this next period of life, we do it from the new perspective of who we are, the expanded version of who we are. And we give thanks and gratitude to all aspects of us that showed up here today. And to our guides, our angels that supported this transmission. And to the Lord of the Akashic Records for the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding we have received. The records are now closed. The records are now closed. The records are now closed. Moving back to the here and now. Knowing that we have shifted. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and journal.